Shalom, first and foremost, we want to give our praise and glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh.
Double honors to the apostle and the elders that Rubel. This is salutation to the Akim, who will be pushing this word in sincerity and in truth around the four corners of the earth, right? Hey, this is the GMS Trinidad camp, basically come out basically to edify the church of Yahweh Yahushai, right? Hey, and this lesson will be endure hardness as a good soldier. Because basically when you check a soldier out at this world, right? What soldiers be prepared to do? A soldier be prepared to fight battles, right? Prepared to basically go through different tasks, right? Prepare your body, right? Basically, to whatever training that you had to do, right? So basically, likewise, we be men or soldier or Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Army, we have to prepare ourselves likewise, right? Because basically, being in this truth, we really tried. And being in this truth ain't no easy battle, right? Because basically, the man, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, basically, wants soldiers in his army, right? And basically, the one that he wants, basically, he gets cipher out. Because basically, if you check out a soldier in this place, in basically Isa society, right? If you go to sign up as a soldier, right, and Isa basically find you unfit, what are they going to do? They're going to find you useless. Right? So basically, if the most I find you unfit, we're going to cast you out. Right?
Yep.
We bring the
2 Timothy.
Yeah, you can.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3 says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushai HaMashiach."
Can. You say endure hardness, you never basically say endure easiness, because when it comes to serve the most high, it's trials and tribulations.
That's right.
True.
That's right.
Right? Because basically when he was out of this world, basically when he was out of this truth, right? Yeah, basically when he didn't know the truth, things might be going all well and all good, right? But basically when you come into this truth and basically you come into Yahushai Bashim, you come into Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Army, the training get real.
Yep.
Things get real, right? The battle turn real, right? Because basically, when the most high could try you.
With the scripture say basically blood in, blood out in this thing.
Yep.
Can't.
Alright, this is Sirach 2, I'll start at 1. It says, "My son, if thou comest to serve Yahweh Basham Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure."
Hey, can't. So I can say something. Hey, scripture say constantly endure. So basically, you're going to be going through this hardship constantly, right? You're going to be going through this fight constantly. You're going to be going through this tribulation or this battle constantly. It's not like, it can happen and you can see, it can happen and you can see, but you got a little break, but you got to endure. As you brother now read in 2 Timothy 2 and 3, right? Endure hardness as a good soldier, right? So you got to be endure hardness constantly.
Reading on. "And make not haste in time of trouble."
Yeah, make not haste in the time of trouble. But basically trouble will come. But you're prepared. So when trouble comes, you're prepared. Because how you going to be prepared? By keeping the Most High words.
Yep.
And that's basically how you prepare yourself.
Arm yourself likewise.
Can. That's how you be prepared. That's how you be prepared. You have more thing there?
Yeah.
Hey, well.
Reading on, it says, "Cleave unto him and depart not away."
Yeah, how you cleave unto the Most High? Or how you cleave unto the Most High Army? Right, by observing, right, and keeping his last statutes and commandments. Because when you check a soldier, right, a soldier will basically follow order.
Yep.
Right? And this is basically what we're doing. We're following order.
Yep.
Right? Whether
Reading on, it says, "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest increase at the last end." Right? Reading on, it says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully."
hey, God, whatsoever is brought upon you, you take it cheerfully. You don't basically watch a I can pressure right through, boy. You can't take this, nah, you don't do them things. You take it cheerfully because basically you don't know what it is. You understand? You don't know, on this side, basically, hey, we had nothing basically to receive. That's why we put in our hope and trust, right? In Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Right? Basically, hey, at the latter end, we will get a reward. Right? Because when a soldier go out to fight a battle, right? And the battle is fought and the one, hey, they get a rest. So that's what we're fighting for. Right? We're fighting for righteousness. Even though we're in a wicked society, we're fighting for righteousness. Right?
If I may say the scripture also say, arise and depart, because this is now rest.
Hey,
so basically the battlefield.
Yeah, this is the battlefield.
Constant battle and no resting.
This is the battlefield. We're fighting spiritual and just now we're fighting spiritual, right about now, right? And later down in Jacob trouble we might have to fight it physical.
Yeah, fishes and hunters.
Can.
Right. We don't know, and it says, what is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Yeah, to be patient when you've been changed to a low estate.
You know, and if I may say, part of being to a low estate, before coming into this truth, man was playing it, man had money, and you know, basically life was going nice. But when you come into this truth, basically you have nothing. And all you have is basically Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai.
And that shows faith, if I can say. That shows faith, because when you read in Hebrews chapter 11, basically chapter of faith, alright, when you read about Abraham, the scripture says Moses, alright, when he was come to age, he refused to be called the grandson of Pharaoh, alright, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High. You understand? So when it's like coming into the truth, alright, we leave off from the things that the world and choose rather to suffer affliction with the people that the Most High.
Something there.
Yeah, something there.
Hey, where
This is 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 7, that the trial of your faith be much more precious than of gold that perish. He said, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Hey, God, will it be fine unto read it over.
This is 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 7. He said that the trial of your faith be much more precious than fine gold.
Hey, trial of your faith being much more precious than fine gold.
It's like precious than of gold.
God,
And read back again, Salakia. This is 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 7, that the trial of your faith be much more precious than of gold that perish, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
God.
So that trial is just to make us precious.
Hey, God.
Trial it sometimes they go in a army watching the soldiers. Sometimes they might be found in a situation to break them down first, then to build them up. And that is what taking place. The Most High person in this situation to break us down because Israel is proud.
Can.
So the Most High person in this lower state to break us down, to build us up in the end result, as the scripture written. That you will what? In the last end.
Going back again?
In the Apocrypha.
Oh,
Alright, it says
2 and 4.
It says back in 3, it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end.
Right, in the last end we will increase. Right now we in the lowest state. We increasing right now. You understand? But our time comes, once we endure, we will increase. We're going to obtain everything. You know, so like you're going to...
Yeah, the drop to was 5.
Right, so finish.
Alright, then Sirach 2 and 5, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Hey, an acceptable man. How you be find acceptable? Right?
He said gold is tried in fire. Yeah, the goal is the elect.
Yeah.
Can.
So they go through the spiritual fire.
Hey, can.
That one for you quick. Right. This is Hebrews chapter 2 verse 9. But we see Yahweh Shai, who was made a little lower than the angels. You see the guy?
No, just tonight I was going through that with Jake now.
Okay.
Hebrews, right?
Guys.
Hey, can.
Yeah. Hebrews chapter 2 verse 9. but we see Yahweh Shai, who was made a little lower than the angel, for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he by the grace of Yahweh should taste death for every man. For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, to bring, he said, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering.
Come. Hey, that's say right there.
Yeah.
That scripture explains itself right after the Peter. Peter 4:1. 1 Peter 4:1.
Yeah.
This is 1 Peter 4 verse 1. It says, for as much then as Yahweh Shai had suffered for us in the flesh.
Everybody brother now read for back here.
Good.
Good.
Right? Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
You gotta arm yourself like Christ, and Yahushua went through it. Yahushua went through it spiritually and physically.
Yeah.
Because Yahushua had them demons plaguing with the mind too.
Yeah.
The brothers nowadays had these demons plaguing with the mind.
Yahushua had Satan himself.
Yep.
Yahushua deal with Satan himself. None of we can deal with Satan.
No.
None of we can deal with spiritual demon
Yep.
Satan. And Yahushua overcome spiritual demon Satan.
To scriptures.
And but Yahushua lean on the scriptures.
Yep.
Get back and read it over.
Alright, 1 Peter 4 verse 1. For as much then as Yahweh Shai HaMashiach had suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. For he that had suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin.
Good.
We arm ourselves likewise, putting this flesh to death. Because hey, this flesh basically desire worldly things.
Yep.
Right, you know, basically when we really be too far from the point, because when you check up a soldier, right? What soldiers do, a soldier might go out on different tasks. You might send a soldier in basically in the next country or on the training, what they do, they send you basically in the forest, right? Or in the interior, etc. Right? And what they do, they will give a little piece of they might give 10 men a pinch of salt and 1 bullet. I know you gotta survive from that. You gotta survive from that. Right, so we be men of the most high, what we just do? We just pray, we just fast. Right? This is how basically hey, we strengthen the spirit.
Walk in the spirit.
We strengthen the spirit. Right?
I can say if you check out sometimes in the military also, some of the training processes be individual.
Can.
They might send out one person to do something by himself, give him a task by himself to go and perform. I'll listen to that video and it makes sense. I'll listen to that video with the apostle, I want to believe it's Gabar was doing, and he went into the word soldier. Alright, basically going to one, by himself. Like come on the word solitaire. When it's solitaire, is by itself. One solitaire means single one or single something. You understand? Correct.
Yeah, this is it says solitary. Let me see what the devil say.
Strong's G 4757 Stratiotes.
Satiotis. The devil says Satiotis. Right, and it's a common soldier. Yeah, common soldier. Right, it's a champion of the cause of Yahweh Shai. Right, it's a common warrior, literally or figuratively soldier. Yeah, it's a soldier means singular.
Single,
Yeah.
Because, Salah, if I may say, in Jacob's struggle, the time to come, right? The brothers, most of us will end up being by ourselves. You understand? Because that is the time that basically the Most High will try these men to see who fail.
Then be known who am I choosing.
Good. You understand? Because within the scripture also say that one will desire to see the brethren in that time.
Hear another one's voice.
Right. So that shows you that hey, we'll end up being by ourselves. And that is how the most I could try to see if you really is a soldier. You understand?
I don't have to be everybody's luck, but we say
Can't.
the possibility, that you could end up by yourself. Because the 7 sons they were together, but yet still each and every one of them they experience an individual torment. One day tongue cut off. You understand?
Hey, and that's a great point you made into work, because them brothers endure.
Yep.
Right, basically, them brothers say, basically they said,
Them is soldiers.
yeah, them endure hardness as a good soldier because they choose to keep the laws,
Yep.
right? Than to eat the swine's flesh. Right? Hey, they play their part.
Yep.
Right? They endure the hardness and they put their whole trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Have faith.
Right? That is faith.
Because if I may say the scripture, I also see what is precious. I think the death of the saints is precious to the
It's
Most
the
High.
sight of the Most High.
Man.
The elect already overcome. The elect already overcome. You just play it out your role.
We read that from back up. Right? The book of Revelation, chapter 12, and verse 11, it says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death."
So they overcome by the word. The blood of the testimony is the word of Yahweh Shai. By believing in Yahweh Shai, by going out there and confess Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Living good with the brother, being sincere. You understand? That's how we're going to overcome this devil. When you do these things and you please, your deed please Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you can say what? You can make sure you be taken care of, even if you got to be put to death. You understand?
Just but a sting.
Yeah, the Most High, you might even feel nothing. You understand? You might even feel nothing. The Most High can take your spirit in before they put their hand on you.
Hey, and as that it's a cross, bring it across beautifully. Say, that don't even exist when they check it out.
Done.
We just passing on.
Yeah.
Passing on to another realm.
Another realm.
You understand? They going and meet the fire.
Done.
That's why Paul boy, rather to be absent from the body
Apostle Paul. Done.
and present with the Lord. That is always a transition. You're taking off this flesh, taking off this mortal and going and pouring the immortal.
Done.
You know?
I want it for you. This is Acts chapter 14, verse 22. He said, conforming the soul of the disciple and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
Can.
Right? We got to continue the faith. That's what soldiers do. Soldiers continue.
Can. So just continue in the battle.
That, he said, and that we much through tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
We say a little bit, we say much tribulation.
Yep.
By much tribulation we will enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
We go through tribulation every day.
And that's basically what we're going through. The Bible scripture say, hey, endure hardness as a good soldier. Right?
But this is going to make people affect.
Something there. This is James 1 verse 12. It says, "Blessed is the man that endure temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which Yahweh had promised to them that love him."
Can. How you love the Most High? By keeping the last statutes and commandments. That's basically how you love the Most High. Right? And basically, just not being not by basically being a hearer of the word, by being a doer of the word also. Right? By putting these things into practice. Right? Because basically, you can't be a soldier and just be hearing these things and ain't doing it. Because when you're in training, how you gonna learn? Right? You had a battle. Right? Basically, you had to be doing that physical battle, to become better.
Yeah, like
And nobody, and nobody scripture say, how you going to be doing that battle? The scripture say, study to show thyself approved.
That's right.
And those basically the battle and things that basically what we had to be doing, right? That's why basically we out there. That's why basically you see we out on the street prophesying. We doing the work as a soldier, right? We doing it spiritually. Because right now it's a spiritual battle.
Yep.
Right? Because basically we enduring.
Like I say,
Any
soldier in the army and the commander say do push-ups and the soldier refusing to do it. Or you tell you go and run some laps and that's you find that soldier stubborn. They've been keeping you in the army for too long. You can't follow commands. Alright, the first thing as a soldier I learned was follow commands.
That's right.
You understand? The commander said do jumping jacks, you started to do it. Say push-ups.
Even I could add to say to that too. When check a soldier to basically, if a soldier basically disobey or hard work happen to you, he will be severely punished. Likewise, basically, hey, if you break one of the commandments, that basically, hey, we horse in the righteous act, right? Meaning as men are bashing our shy. In the scripture say a righteous man shall fall 7 times. So basically, hey, we go fall. Right, but the whole thing about falling is that you pick yourself back up and you learn from that mistake that you make. And try your best not to make that same mistake again. Right, that is the basic thing about falling. That you learn from the mistakes. So even say about a soldier, right? When a soldier go into the army, basically and go into training, I see that he will fall and a soldier might fall because basically he might execute the position or the duty how it's supposed to be done, right? And what happened? He learned from that experience. So the next time he go to do it, he can do it better or he will be perfect at it, right? So we fighting for perfection right now, right? We fighting for perfection so that we can be accepted into Yahweh Shai army.
But let's say Yahweh Shai is a perfect specimen of what true soldier is. Like a perfect example of what true soldier is. And as it was mentioned in there, then when you fall, it's to learn from your mistakes and move on and know how to operate next time. You understand? And Yahweh Shai, when he came as Solomon, who could receive it, alright, he fell. He went into idolatry with these women. So when he came back now as Yahweh Shai, what? He refrained from women. He learned from his fall. You understand? Because he come on a serious mission and he could not afford, to make the same mistake twice. And the scripture says when the things written out 4 times for our learning. You understand? Because everything is reincarnated. The mistakes that these prophets or Israelites made in the past, it was us making them mistakes in the past, coming back today to correct it. You understand? Who could receive it out there?
And basically, our number one mission or our one priority right now, is to do the will of Yahweh Shai. Is to follow that order, right? And to be constant in it, right? To put forth our best foot because I ain't check a soldier out to me too. He is supposed to put that best effort in doing what he had to do. And that's basically what we had to be doing too. And that's basically what we had to be doing too. Pushing for that best foot, pushing for that best effort, right? Don't just giving it half. Don't just putting yourself and be going halfway. You need to be going full 100% out or 100% plus.
So like that, if I may say, when Yahweh Shai come to execute the will of the Father, right? He obeyed the Father and basically the Father was the commander. You understand? Because he sent him. You understand? And what did the commander say to the people? The commander said, "This is my son who I am well pleased."
That's right.
You understand? Because why? He executed everything that Yahweh said to do.
Complete the mission.
He came and he completed the mission
as a soldier. That is fulfilled, Father.
John 12:49. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father will send me. He gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. Whatsoever I speak thereof, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak.
Yahweh Shai following the commandment. We following after Yahweh Shai. Right? Because basically in Acts in 1 Peter 4:1. Right? You can read it back up. So basically people say as Yahweh Shai went through in yourself likewise. First we in doing yourself good.
1 Peter 4:1 it says, "For as much then as Yahweh Shai Mashiach had suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind."
Yeah, you can. Even if Yahweh Shai was in the flesh and he was suffering, what he was basically doing? he was keeping the Most High laws and commandments, right? He wasn't departing from it. You guys don't we are doing even if we suffering in flesh, that is the mission.
Yeah.
Right? That's basically the mission right there. To keep the law, statutes and commandments to the best of our ability. Right? To put forward the best foot, as we now said earlier. Right? To give it the all. Because our soldiers give it the all in towards we going out to do. You know? In order to get that mission accomplished.
Even unto death.
Yeah, even unto death. And basically that's what we had to be giving it the all. And how you arm yourself likewise. Right? Because Yahushua was put to death.
So you said pray after Yahweh
So basically you gotta arm yourself likewise because scripture say so hey, some of we will be put to death. We will be beheaded.
Or something. Right now.
You have
Go ahead,
something,
man.
yeah?
Go ahead.
I don't want to hear
This is Revelation 2, verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prisons, and that ye may be tried, and shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life."
Yeah, be thou faithful unto death. So you know you say if you had to be put to death, what you have to do, take it cheerfully. You know, put your trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's it.
Believe.
Elect love not their lives.
Can't.
Death.
Can't.
We really have to arm ourselves likewise with that mind, because
Yeah, you have to put yourself in that
things gonna
mindset.
get real out here.
Yeah.
When until you see the troops coming, alright, because this will be told, the prophecies that we declaring, martial law, Jacob trouble is coming to come to pass, and that is when you go and see the true soldiers. You understand? That is when you go and know that scripture said, "Then shall you know who am I chosen."
Can't.
And to back up when you mentioned we had to put forth all, I have precept here for you. Sirach 43 and 30, it says, "When you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as he can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength,
Can't.
and be not weary, for you can never go far enough."
Be not weary. Because yeah, you could never go far enough because it's yeah. You know, we was once basically you could find yourself not worthy. You understand? Because basically we righteousness basically is come. So the blood like basically it gives me everything and more
Yeah.
and more.
How shall I take upon him all the sins of the people?
All.
So we had to arm ourselves with the same mind. You know, to go through, because he bear a cross. That's why he said, "Take up your cross and follow me." You understand? We had to take up that cross now too and follow the Lord. Alright? When the word how shall I call it 12, we call them all the disciples. Our disciples, you know, come from discipline. You know? And our soul are supposed to be disciplined.
Yeah, so it was a discipline
We are
and
the
order.
disciples of the Messiah, the Lord, the Yahushai. You know? Yeah, that's something. That's
That's something. That's something. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, this is Yahushua pray for the elect, you know, that the Father keep them and protect them in the evil time. So the elect have got a spirit, you know, they're not gonna love this life. They got a spirit on them. You understand? Because the Most High gonna put a spirit on them to endure the time. You understand? We not gonna do that off our own self, right? The Most High gonna put a spirit on us. This is John chapter 17. John chapter 17 verse let me start from John chapter 17 verse 14. "I have given them thy word, and the world had hated them." And this is the word that we speak, is why the world hate us. Right? He said, "Because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world." That's straight cut for these Christians. Right? He said, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil." So the elect is sealed. They got the spirit them to endure. Even if they gotta get beheaded. They gonna laugh at that.
Can.
They gonna laugh at that. You understand?
Can.
That they gonna be in the spirit.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6 and 9. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses that we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil.
Hey, can. After that, to say, hey, being a soldier, basically, different soldiers be good. They had to go through different tasks. Right? We all in basically suffer the same persecution or the same thing. Right? Basically, if you see a brother, you might see a brother, right, be going through certain things, and you might be going through it. Right? Basically, that is healer. Because basically, a man or a soldier, right, you don't get more than you could bear.
Can.
Right? So basically, that is it.
First Corinthians 10.
Yeah, basically, so, hey, different soldiers going to have to go through different tasks.
Read this one. Second Maccabees 7.
Alright, you ready?
Okay, cool. 1 Corinthians chapter 10. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. It says, they had no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
You'll be able to bear it. As I think you make a way for you to escape, so that you'll be able to bear it. Right?
Trust in him.
And hey, that's putting your trust in him. Psalms 5 and 11. Yeah. Hey, brother.
Alright, this is 2 Maccabees 7 and 1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine flesh.
Hey, you can't against the law to taste swine flesh, because we have to do. Remember, as we just an order to follow. Right, basically, and the order we have in it, you have to go by it, you can't break it. And that is the same order we have to follow. Right? Because basically, Esau basically the devil already. What's his job? His job is basically to basically to steer in the next direction. Right? Or basically to make we commit sin. Right? But hey, we gotta stay strong in your bashing our shine throughout. Right there. And this really brother reading it is a perfect example of being strong. Right? This we reading it basically is strengthening you, brother. Hey, brother.
Reading on, it says, and were tormented with scourges and whips. But one of them that spake first said, thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
Hey, so basically, when think about the elect, you know, being men, and you gotta be ready to die than to transgress this law.
And yourselves likewise.
You head back to the same thing, and yourself likewise. You know, Peter 4 and 1. And yourself likewise.
Yeah. He's made an example for us.
So this is an example. These are things that are written for our learning. And so the same mindset that these brothers have, hey, they the same mindset that we had to be in. Right? You gotta take your mind out of this society or this world. Right? Because I mean, brothers might be studying, you know, if I die, who will take care of this? Who will take care of your family? Who will take care of your mother or your household, or etc. Them things, material things, hey.
Should I say take no thought for tomorrow?
Yeah, you like nothing like that.
Hey, can't.
No thought for
Hey,
tomorrow.
that thing is thing you can't be thinking about. Right, get up.
Reading on, it says, then the king being in a rage commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot which forthwith, being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first. And
watch how fuck up this skin is, eh? He commanded to cut out your tongue, no? That speak first, he cut out your tongue, no? Don't fucking pain, not to cut out your tongue, you know? Right? The Bible scripture says, endure hardness. That's enduring right there. You know?
If I could relate it, you know, to that wicked king there to Esau, because all the scripture say he was what? He became angry, the king. And right now, Esau wrath, he vexed. The scripture in Revelation 12:12 says what? The enemy, alright, he come down upon us with great wrath because he knew he had but a short time. And then right now he's not trying to spiritually cut off the tongue, you know? Because when he frustrated he works, and then we tongue when we just preach. He's saying that is when he brothers have a certain amount of subscribers that go live now. We're trying to cut off the tongue, trying to stop us from bringing out this word. Because your tongue is where it is, but you used to talk. If you don't have a tongue, it's a dummy, you know?
But this word out there, he said basically can't stop this word. Basically, he said trying to do it. Most I don't tell you about it because hey, we are ignorant devices. Because basically, when you cut out the word and cut down the YouTube and the internet, the thing is a famine. A famine of the word.
With the scripture say that basically the Most High will set up a standard
against enemy coming in our flood. And this is our standard. Alright, this is our standard being set, so you know you're gonna fail. Alright, all the attempts, all the wrath, you're gonna try to bring against the men of the Lord, you're gonna be void. Alright, you're gonna be non-void. Go ahead.
Back in 2 Maccabees 7:4 it says, and to cut off the uttermost parts of his body.
Yeah, the utmost part of the body, the private part of the body. It shows you how fucked up this fucking nation is. That's why hey, in the kingdom to come, right? People say we're going to give double unto them. I mean, he said they do some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta pay for all these wicked things that you did unto the Most High people, right? Unto the Most High chosen people too. Right? You gotta pay for these things. Because you, the devil, knowing that the devil basically know who we is or know who we are, right? And he know that this word out there. Right? You better know said already. The devil know, but he had yet but a short time. So he trying to do all what he could do. But all we could do ain't good enough. Right? What we doing ain't good enough. Because what? The Most High done basically we woke up and he left. Right? And this word being spread throughout the planet right now. Right? Throughout the world right now.
It's too late, Esau.
Right? This word being spread throughout the four corners of the earth. Right? This word out there. You know, this word like hot bread. Like hot bread, you get hot bread all over. This one like hot bread all over right now.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't stop it.
That's right.
What people say? You can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth.
But the king that was Antiochus.
Yep. King Antiochus, way.
Most wicked in a way.
Yep. I mean, as the brother reading it, it's just matching up spiritually too. In relation to Esau, what Esau doing us right now.
Yeah, Antiochus could be one of them, one of the Rothschilds them. He could be one of them top devil, right?
Yep. It is. You see it. That spirit, when they read it and hear that spirit from that man there, you don't know he's one of them top wicked fucking Edomites.
Yeah.
That spirit different.
Yeah, he's different.
That spirit different. See, when you want to cut off the utmost parts, you want to cut off the rod. And that's what Esau doing right now through the depopulation and the eugenics and abortion. That come like cutting off the rod, stopping reproduction.
Yeah, putting Jake, allowing Jake to be homo.
Can.
But when you allow the men to be homo, you destroy the nation.
Yep.
When the men destroy, is it for the nation? That's why you retarded Israelite, y'all gonna die grievously.
That's right.
I retarded. This man destroy your nation, you have no problem with sexuality.
And the women too, because what they do it, when the man put his CD, that water in it, and basically killing the nation of Israel.
Yes. They got a lot to pay for.
Satan conquer evil. Satan right now, he wrapped up on evil.
Because I saw a video and that get my rod. A woman bought a child and whining and getting on.
Celebrating. You need celebration dance.
Sentence against an evil act is not executed speedily.
Yeah.
So you expect.
Done.
Doing the runs.
That time coming.
Yep.
Right? That time coming, the most likely basically bring 44 wrath upon you people.
I read on, it says, and to cut off the uttermost parts of his body, the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan.
So this, yet when he done cut out the man tongue, cut out the utmost part of the body, fried in a pan. The guys endured.
And actually cut off your members and too.
Cut off the limbs.
No, he hands and foot.
But what? The scripture said death is but yet but a sting. My brother was enduring, and he kept the most high laws, right? And basically he departed not.
Hell in integrity. And we had to do just like Job.
Can
Holy integrity.
Good.
So the so-called white man looking with them spirit on the left hand side that constantly out there to make you, stray from that integrity
Good.
as a soldier.
That's why you got to tap in. That's why you got to tap into your power.
Yep.
yes, people say stuff. Yeah.
Well,
I read on, it says, and as the vapor of the pan was for a good space, right, dispersed, they exported one another with the mother to die manfully, saying, thus Yahweh looketh upon us, and in truth had comfort in us.
And most had comfort in them. You see, they basically enduring that operation that they're going through. They enduring the hardness of good soldiers. Right? That is an example of being a good soldier. Right? They're strengthening each other too. Right? That is a good soldier in a way. You're going to be put to death. And you know to yourself, you and your brother, you're going to be put to death. Right? Because you want to eat the swine's flesh. And basically, you're going to strengthen each other. Don't take that pork, you know. don't take it, you know. Endure, you know. You telling your brother that while you hand or your foot being cut off, and you telling your brother to endure, you're strengthening your brother too. You know? And that's basically what I was doing, strengthening each other there too.
Hey, these seven, when you check it out, these seven represent the elect. And that mother represent wisdom that can be the stability. Because the mother also was basically helping them and was giving them words of encouragement.
Yeah.
I will receive you. What she said,
we get to the point there.
Alright, reading on, it says, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants. So when the first was dead after this manner, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin off his head,
hey, you already pull off the skin off, yeah. Right. When you read these scriptures, right, you just don't just read it for reading the sake, you read it to learn. Right? You read it to learn because these scriptures say things that were written before time was written for our learning. Hey, this is thing that you're learning from. Right? the Holy Scripture say back in Peter 4:1, endure hard, as Yahushua suffered in the flesh, and with them likewise. Because we basically have to set yourself in the same mindset, right? To suffer these things. Right? Basically not all brothers will go through this. But hey, we don't know who will basically go through it. So we have to put yourself in that mindset. Right? To endure to the end.
Yeah, right on.
Right, reading on, it says, the skin of his head with the hair. They asked him, will thou eat?
That was no haircut, eh? That
Scalp.
was no normal regular barber haircut. That was the scabbing the brother. Alright? They took off the top skin, the top layer of his skin on his head. You know, painful that would be. Go ahead.
Will thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body? But he answered in his own language, Hebrew, and said, no. Therefore, he also received the next torment in order.
He said no after he had done scabbing.
No, we
Say
say yes,
no.
so. We want to say yes, so because he can still be put to death.
The head
So
done scabbing.
you wanna say yes, right? Think about this, right? Think about this thing. Let me think about it as the microchip. Right? Esau will come. You know how he's coming, he fucking connive himself, you know? Can try to seduce you. Alright, they might cut out one ear finger. Hey, take this shit, hey, boy, you take this shit, you gotta go through this pain. You take this shit, you gotta live. Fuck you are living.
Yeah, don't cut off one finger already.
Understand? Fuck you are living, Esau. We rather die than to transgress the law of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right?
Because
Yeah.
it's ever say in that scene, you know, you rather die on your feet than live on your knees.
Can
God.
Yeah.
and live on your knees, bowing down to the fucking devil, sucking the devil rod. I got plenty of you jakes out there doing, sucking the devil rod.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Bowing down to the fucking Esau. Fuck you, Esau.
That's right.
I hate fucking you, Esau. Your time coming.
That's right.
But we being soldiers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we know what it is. So basically, we gotta pray and ask the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for that strength to endure. That's what basically we praying for. Right? We praying that the Most High don't take the right hand away from us. You know, and keep reading. So that we could endure. Yeah, there.
Alright, reading on, it says, it says, he also received the next torment in order as the former did. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury takest us out of this present life, but the king of this world shall raise us up, who have died for us, for his laws, unto everlasting life.
Hey, God, so basically, them brother basically take them out of this life, but they raise them up into everlasting life. They take them out of this weak body. Right? And basically what? Yeah, you basically take them out of this body. A corruptible body. I give them an incorruptible body.
Because if I may say, the scripture say, absent from this world.
Is present with your
Present.
Lord. Like
Can.
Paul said, can. So rather to be absent. That the vibration of this place is filthy. And even in the Apocrypha, the Most High say he take out his son out of this place before he polluted him. He took him out of this place before the place polluted him. You understand? Because the vibration all around that negative. Right now the borders of wickedness around us, the Edomites. Alright, the vile.
Because the scripture say in Job, the scripture say that it is given into the hand of the wicked.
Okay?
Morning. Right.
Alright, reading on, it says,
We could just jump down basically to the last brother. So,
Yes.
yeah, so we get to the point one time.
And what would the mother say?
Yeah, you
But
can't.
the mother was marveled above all.
Yeah, from right.
Alright, this is, jump into verse 20. It says, but the mother was marveled above all and worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of 1 day, she bare it with a good courage.
She do like Job wife. Alright, she do like Job wife and say curse God and die. She bear it. Alright, go ahead.
Because of the hope that she had in Yahweh.
That is all. You had to have hope. You had to have faith. Alright?
Yeah, but that's the point, you know. She had faith in Most High, so basically, she stand firm and she stand strong, you know. And with that, you want to say Shalom, and you want to give our praises and glory and honor to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakatadash.
You know, double honor to your pastor and the elders as well. That's the institution to the Akim. We're pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, you know. Hope that this lesson was edifying, right? Hey, this is the brothers from the GMS Trinidad camp. And say Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.